away, she found a local collector, known for his passion for rare things, and made an arrangement with him. The man who arrived at the apartment examined the mirror carefully. His face became tense. "It's very old, perhaps even cursed," he said. "It's better to destroy such things, but it's not so easy. Take it away, please," Lena begged. The man agreed, but warned that the mirror had to be thoroughly examined before anything could be done with it. As he and his assistant tried to take the mirror out, the room seemed to fill with a hum. The mirror suddenly became unusually heavy, and then a face flashed across its surface, a dark, distorted version of Lena. The man shrieked and dropped the mirror, which, contrary to expectations, did not shatter. Instead, a dark shadow appeared on the floor and began to stretch slowly upward, taking on an ominous shape. "You have awakened me," the shadow said, its voice echoing off the walls. No one would leave now. The collector and his assistant tried to get out of the apartment, but the door wouldn't open. They shouted and knocked, but to no avail. The shadow slowly filled the room until the man screamed in terror as it grabbed him and dissolved into itself. Lena stood motionless, watching in a daze. She thought she was dreaming, but the shadow suddenly turned to her. "You brought me here," it said. "You are now a part of me." In a panic, Lena rushed to the window. The wind burned her face, but it was the only way out. She shattered the glass and, her hands wounded, she climbed down the fire escape. When she was outside, she looked back at her apartment. A shadow could be seen in the bedroom window, standing motionless by the mirror, watching her. What was next? Lena moved out of the apartment, but the feeling that she was still under surveillance never left her. A few days later, she learned that the apartment was now empty. No one had ever found the collector or his assistant. The mirror remained in the bedroom. Sometimes at night the neighbors heard quiet whispers and saw strange shadows flickering in the windows. But Lena knew one thing: the shadow would not stop until it found a new victim. After escaping from the apartment, Lena decided to start her life with a clean slate. She rented a small apartment on the other side of the city, got rid of all the things associated with that place, and tried not to think about the mirror anymore. But the past wouldn't let her go. After a few weeks, Lena began to notice that strange events were once again haunting her. One morning, when she was going to work, the mirror in the bathroom was covered with condensation. Although she did not turn on the hot water, there was writing on the glass, as if someone had written it on the inside. "You will not escape." A chill ran down her back. Lena hastily erased the writing, trying to convince herself that it was just a figment of her imagination. But the whisper she'd heard in the old apartment began to return. It had been quiet, barely audible, but every night it grew louder. In desperation, Lena decided to seek help. She found